Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We got three.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
X3. 218, chop it.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Darnold completes it, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Powell takes it from Darnold. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, but it'll be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards on the ground.
47 yards. And the Raiders first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now this time, Carl throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
With the score, Jets 3, Raiders nothing.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
29, Mike 29. Here we go, here we go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Darnold. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone, you got four down.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
They'll roll him out right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Powell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. It's Jacobs, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brandon Copeland in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, 180. Hey, we're good. 280. 29.
From midfield, here's Carr. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jacobs. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Carr now to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard. In the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And, you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Now, this Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series. And a little history lesson, back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win. And actually, coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi. So a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened faces when they took the rubber bands off their newspapers the next morning on the East Coast. But don't worry, folks. We will not be interrupting this broadcast to show the movie Heidi. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Darnold now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. Darnold's got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Mike 29. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Darnold from the red zone now. That's going to be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now Darnold. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, dude. 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Now he's flushed out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Carr going to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Caught by Nelson left side. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the end zone, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Darnold completes it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Right down. Ready? You're mine. Go, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Carr. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 29.
A first down throw. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
93. 93.
54. Mike 54. Coming.
Hey, foxtrot.
Hey, watch that.
Express.
54. Mike 54. Come off the ball. Mike 54.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike 29.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a pass complete to Enunwa. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Hey, Alpha.
54.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All day.
Here we go, son. Hey, lady.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for a Nunwa there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
29 is Mike.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 20. Hey, exit. I'm coming after you.
One last throw now for Darnold. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Carr now to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as a...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Raiders, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.